On the West Coast, no two programs have rocked the establishment more than these two, and it's built a rivalry between them. It's been nasty at times. It's had its fair share of cheap shots and ruined seasons, all in the quest for the milk can. Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California. It's the Boise State Broncos and the Fresno State Bulldogs. Reese Davis along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. We'll hear from Holly Rowe in a bit down on the sideline. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So Boise State's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. It was the Bulldogs who chewed up the men in blue the last time they saw each other.
I mean, the Bulldogs went frying pan to the head of a proud Boise program and really asserted themselves. And this is a rivalry. This is teams that play each other pretty consistently that usually have a lot of meaning on the line, Palmer.
And Boise State was asking so many questions after they got beat down the way they did. Really, you don't have to look much further than Fresno and just how they dominated that game in all 3 phases.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. And the offense says thank you very much for the bonus yardage, and it'll be first down after the personal foul penalty. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. This time they'll throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Hauls it in. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Wagner. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Right side, it's Terry. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Riley. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tough run here, it's Riley. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
Dropping back, it's Madsen. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Broncos. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Fresno State's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes Rashawn Luke, one of the better running backs in all of college football and a vital cog in this offense.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
Play action on first down. Myers on the move. And that one's too high and too wide, out of bounds and incomplete. Guys, they first played in 1977. They've had their battles in the WAC, the Mountain West, and here they are again today.
Yeah, they've changed conferences, and it's kind of an interesting rivalry, Palmer, because they don't play every year. But it's been kind of neutral the last 10 matchups, so good little rivalry, still budding, still blooming.
Yeah, it's a fun one to watch, Dave, and this thing really kicked off back when Boise State joined the WAC, and that year they upset then number 8 Fresno State. I think that's when people around the country started paying more attention to this rivalry.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Hits inside, it's Luke. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Yards after catch. That's what this guy gives you. That was a simple slant pass. Caught it, made guys miss, showed you the speed, and it was pay dirt from there. What can you say about this guy's athleticism, man? He is such a weapon.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Fielded in the end zone, it's gone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Rush right in his face. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. The Broncos now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Making the adjustment on the play. To the air. It's Madsen. Oh, pressure's coming. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 25. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. And the Broncos lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Churns into the pile. And I don't think he got there. No, they stopped him short. He does not pick up the first down.
It's hard to run.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it here on fourth down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Out wide left, it's Ford. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to test the right side with this one. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first. Extending the play. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking downfield. It's Madsen. Back's got it on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that.
Just plowing ahead. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Boise State.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Straight ahead, it's Luke. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They've got a first down here to open the period. On the ground with the counter. Powers through the defender. At the 45, on its way. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Bulldog. Once he got some room, it was over. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Goff. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Running inside, it's Riley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Out wide right, it's Ford. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to throw, it's Madsen. Look out! He's got it. At the 35, he's open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the tight end. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Does not enough on that one.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Wants to go up top on second down. Right side, it's Ford. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Broncos look to keep this drive humming. Snap on first down, wants to throw. That's reeled in, it's Terry. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Broncos go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the ground, it's Riley. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver going in motion. Moves the pocket. It's Madsen. Rushes on. He's going to run it. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The Broncos have moved it inside the 20. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. And the Broncos will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Broncos! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it's a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
Number 35, set to kick it off.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Martin will throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's worked. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here comes the heat. Got his man on the right. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires downfield. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Long way to go on 2nd down. He'll set up to throw. Out wide right, it's McClain. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking downfield, it's Madsen. Under pressure. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Keeping his eyes downfield. Took a shot as he threw.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Great move, now he's got room. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Now Fresno State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll run him again. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Martin back to pass. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Finds a crease. It's Luke. They make the stop. It'll be 4th down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. And now the Broncos call their first of 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They boot it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Left side, it's Wagner. Timeout taken by Boise State. 2nd time they've stopped the clock here in the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. Catch inside the 25. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's get things popping with Maryland taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Terrapins with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country. And I guess what they can take away from this one is They're back to even, 3-3 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game in Fresno. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan. A lot of football still to be played as these two scratch and claw for the right to claim that old milk can.
The Broncos will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
The Bulldogs head coach told me at the half their quarterback has to be better. The turnovers in the first half are the story of the game. The quarterback is struggling, and they believe that he can get it together and be more protected, protect the ball, and not put his wide receivers in jeopardy. They did run the ball well in the first half. We'll see if they rely more on the ground game so the quarterback can gain his composure. Nice.
All right, Holly. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right side, it's McClain. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
2nd and long here. Gonna run it. It's Luke. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. And the Bulldogs have this offense rolling. Off play action on 1st down. Out wide right, it's Luke. Breaks the tackle. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. 3rd and 6 yards to go. On play action. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Bulldogs with the 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. Trying to run, it's Luke. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. And the Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Martin will throw it. They're all over him. And it's a sack.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Going right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He returns it almost to the 35. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Solid work on that one. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, the 5 down here on the Boise State sideline. Players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong with the big lead. They're starting out a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, a big reason why they're up on the scoreboard is because of how successful this guy's been running the football. And in this position, at this time in the game, with the lead, you want to keep doing that. You want to ice the game. This guy's getting better as the game goes on, so keep handing him the football.
They'll give it to him again. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quick give. It's Riley. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. To the air, it's Madsen. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Breaks into the open. The 30. He's at the 20. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another first down and yet another big gain.
And that's the problem, man. You want to heat this guy up. You want to bring some pressure, but you see the other side of that coin. You bring pressure, he sees it, he can run, get the first down. This defense, it's kind of a pick your poison. Too soft, too laid back, he runs it and takes off. Too much pressure, he can run it and run away from guys and take off. So, nice 3rd down conversion by the quarterback.
And the Broncos line it up with a 1st and goal. Now he's looking to throw it. Maybe a miscommunication. That one didn't have a chance.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down to the air. Rush right in his face. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Number 35, set to advance on the football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Martin back to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Offense gets set for second down. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll run the counter. They put the brakes on him.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify.
And here's the third interception of the night. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like... able to seal this game.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Goff. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Right side, it's Terry. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. On the run, it's Gaines. Oh, he's got some space.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Oh, look out on the right. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown Bulldog. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the middle. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. Wants to throw on first. Out wide right, it's Terry. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Goff. They were all over it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Third and 6 yards to go. Cuts it upfield. It's Gaines. Past the 6. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
He leaves it with the back. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They'll ride the hot hand. Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Now Fresno State calls its second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Broncos pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work.
Here we go. Ready. 22. 22. Ready to go.
Hits inside. It's Gaines. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Bulldogs take their third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Follows his blocks. It's Goff. Finding some room. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. And the Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And he gets rid of it.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Tight end now in motion. The fake wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. Just smothered on the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. After a drive this long, a field goal would be a punch in the gut. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Back's got it. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They want to run it left here. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Turns it upfield. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And if you're going to play zone coverage, man, you've got to get to the quarterback because those holes are going to pop open at some point. Nice job.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Fresno State right back to the line.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. On
3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Snapped on 4th down. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Escapes the pressure to his right. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. A 1st down run in the red zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Straight ahead, it's Goff. And he's in. Touchdown, Broncos. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Trying to establish the run. He's past the marker. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. With the clock running, this should be the final play. So Boise State takes down Fresno State, and these two often use each other as a measuring stick. That's how rivalries are born, and this one certainly delivered. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.